When Putin, the president and the dictator of Russia, noticed that someone is against him, opposes him in some kind of way, especially if that's a politician or some other kind of person that is powerful, sort of powerful, what does Putin do? Well, either he sent them to prison for a long time, or he kills them. According to the playbook of a dictator. So what is happening in the United States of America? The largest democracy in the world. Well, not anymore, I would say. Elon Musk, who is part of the administration and is standing very close to Donald the Great, have said like this: if any Republican politician says or do something that is not according to what Trump wants the politician to do, then Elon Musk will spend $100 to make sure that that person is losing the next election. Didn't remember the word. And what will happen then? Well, of course, Mr. Musk will do his best to make sure that it is a MAGA person who will replace that Republican who doesn't do what Trump wants him or her to do. So, what should the Republican politicians do? Should they keep their mouth shut and do whatever Trump tells them to do, in spite of that they don't think like that themselves? Or should they oppose him? Tell Mr. Trump that I don't agree with you, and then lose the next election. It's a tricky situation, because if they just keep their mouth shut, then they don't do what they are supposed to do. They don't represent their people who elected them. But if they say something or do something that Trump doesn't like, then they will lose the next election, because Mr. Musk will make sure that that will happen. And then they definitely can't serve the voters who elected him or her. So they are kind of in prison, just like in Russia. Mr. Musk makes sure that his money will put the right people in the right places, and make sure that the wrong people will do the right thing anyway. And with the right thing, I mean what Mr. Musk is thinking is the right thing, and Mr. Trump. Is that a democracy? I don't think so. Not at all. It's quite a dilemma. Because I know that there are Republicans who doesn't think that MAGA is great. I know that there are Republicans in United States of America that have other ideas than Mr. Trump and Mr. Musk. And if you combined those Republicans who think different than Musk and Trump with the Democrats who also thinks different than Musk and Trump, then we have a majority of the people elected who thinks in other ways, other ideas, other thoughts than Mr. Musk and Mr. Trump. But it's not their voices who are heard. It's only Mr. Trump and Mr. Musk. Trusk, as I call them. Is that a democracy when the minority is in full power? Of course not. That's not a democracy. That's a dictatorship. Almost a dictatorship. And this is just a few weeks since Donald the Great entered the White House. What will happen in several months and years? What will happen in the next election? Will there be a next election in the United States of America? I don't know. Do the Americans really understand what's going on? I think the majority, as well as among the politicians, are against Mr. Musk and Mr. Trump when they understand what's going on. The MAGA clan, they will accept whatever Trusk is saying and doing. They are not thinking. They are just shouting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Trump, yeah, yeah, yeah. Musk, yeah, yeah, yeah. Whatever. I'm quite worried. I'm worried about the United States. The United States will not be great again. I'm sorry if you think that way. Not with Musk and Trump. It will not be great again. Not for the majority of the people. The other day, Mr. Musk said that, well, he posted something that meant if you benefit from the government in any kind of way, I mean if you're handicapped or sick or and so on, and you need support from the government, then you are a parasite in the system, Mr. Musk said or tweeted. Something like that. I don't know if you can express something worse than that. Just think about if you have a handicapped child and Mr. Musk, who is Mr. Trump's right hand, if you will, express something like that your child is a parasite of the American system. That's really bad. Really, really bad. I'm sorry for the Americans. And my view of America has changed the last few weeks a lot. It's really bad. Really, really bad. In my view. And it's a lot more than that, of course. The United States is making enemies with their friends. Canada is booing the national anthem at hockey games and so on. I mean, what do you say as an American? In Europe, I'm a European. We have been partners and allies for decades. And what will happen now? It doesn't seem that Mr. Trump thinks that Europe has anything at all that's good. Suddenly, as a European, feel that I am looked at as an enemy to the United States. It's crazy. It's definitely crazy for the American people. We will manage in Europe. But for the Americans, I mean for the people, for the majority of the Americans, this is not good. It's really bad. And for people who are in some kind of need for help from the government, as I said, handicapped, sick people, elderly people, young people, and so on. It is a catastrophe. It's really, really bad. If you are an American and you need some kind of government support. This is really, really bad. The US democracy is down the toilet, and the United States is towards dictatorship. And you know what will happen with dictatorship. The majority of the people will suffer, and the minority will get richer. That's what will happen if this keeps going on. It's really, really bad. Well, thanks for now. I really hope that it will turn for the better. in the future. Because now it's going down. It's going down fast. Especially for America. Thank you.